Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good night to anybody watching this. I was supposed to upload this video yesterday, but you know what? Life gets in the way. It's Monday today. Let's get into the weekly markup. GBPUSD. You could pause it and read it. I did half of it on my. I did this yesterday, and I was supposed to finish. I only did because work got in the way, and my schedule was whatever. I'm not even gonna go into that, right? But I did this at work at 8:30 in the night, and then I did these today. So let's go over GU. You can pause it and read it. But we're overall bullish. You can see I'll hop on the monthly. In the monthly, we're looking like we're already targeting 140 already. That's the next target. And even then, we might even go a little bit higher. You can see these highs, but it's just 140 is a psychological level. You can see on the monthly, insanely bullish. After this test of 121, price literally just shot through everything. On the weekly, we could see that we had some respecting price did respect here at 134, but then we broke above it, bullish engulfed, and this week, literally what we mentioned last week that was gonna happen, perfect buys. Perfectly tested. I literally missed these buys, but the analysis played out perfectly. Look at this previous supply turned into previous demand. I showed no. Previous supply tested as demand supply again, but it showed no strength. Broke above it, bullish engulfed. Tested it as demand, and then it shot through. Came back to stop out. Tested as demand again, and then we had the big push to the upside. So we're bullish. Monthly, weekly, daily, H4 and H1 is turning bearish. Let's hop on the H4 to H1. I mean, I wouldn't really necessarily turn. Well, actually, the only reason I said it was turning bearish was because of this bearish engulfing candle, lower high, bearish engulfing candle, lower high. So price for it to shift back bullish, it just has to break above this high right here and give us a higher low above it. That's it, something like that. For now, price does still look like it's gonna continue to come back. Maybe give us a re-entry here at this previous area of supply, or maybe give us a full re-entry here at 134. But overall bullish, just waiting for the entry for the buy. And then we'll just go over here. Shot at 100K by the way. We shot at 100K by the way. So next is GJ. Let's go into GJ. On the monthly, because in the monthly we were bearish, now we're turning bullish. Bearish turning bullish. You can see price failed to break below 194,500. I did. You can pause it and read it by the way. And now it's actually on the monthly. You can see the monthly just closed with the bullish engulfing candle. Because today is the 30. Today the month closest. I just peeped that. So on the GBPUSD, yep, look at that monthly bullish engulfing candle, confirming that price is gonna continue to the upside. And does this mean that the dollar is gonna continue to go down, bro? Holy shit! And as the dollar goes down, oil goes up. Ay. We gotta start making more money. 95 bullish engulfing candle above 195. Price is definitely hitting 208 probably this year. And then we'll look at what this look at what this previous area of supply and demand zone left behind. Double top, and price has not cleared it yet. We're only 177 pips away. And then here we could either get some sells or we could get some buys, right? Could either buy or sell because it's a supply and demand zone. So now let's hop into the daily. The daily is bullish as well. You can see strong bullish candle above 195. Nice little bullish trend. But on the daily, you can see, if I could just zoom in a little bit, we're seeing some bearish candles. So definitely price. And then on the 4 hour, bullish turning bearish. So definitely, and then look at this on the H4, we already have a bearish engulfing candle and a nice little lower high. So price could definitely come back to the downside to test 195, and then at 195 we could possibly have an entry for longs, or if it breaks below 195, possible shorts. But definitely similar to GU, just wait for the buys. USDCAD. can pause it and read it. USDCAD is the opposite of GBPUSD. You can see price tested 147. It's failing to break highs. Then not only did we test 147 and it's failing to break highs, but look at this bearish engulfing candle below 139. Price literally could still mount here all the way to 120, and that would be 1,500 pips. Now let's go into the weekly. The weekly looks a little choppy. Let me clean this out. You can see on the weekly we're still solidly bearish. Bearish engulfing candle below 139, lower highs below 139. Now, obviously we do have this bullish trend here, but it kind of did show already no strength because we already tested the trend and we didn't keep on breaking highs. And now price is literally about to melt and test this previous low here. So if we could possibly get more shorts, if we could break below this low and start clearing more lows, something like this, continuing with the bearish trend. So let's hop into the daily. Yeah, literally look at this, the daily bearish engulfing candle. So this is definitely going to happen. So whether this happens and we get some small buys, or we break below and we get some sales. So actually I'm gonna set an alert here right at the low. Possible trade, because it could either be either or depending on what price does. Remember, we're not here to predict, we're here to react. So now all we have to do is wait. Literally one of the main things in trading that you have to learn is literally you have to wait. I have not taken a trade in 1 week. I've been waiting, stalking, hawking, sniping, waiting for the shot. And this could be a great shot right here. We could either get the rejection for the buys or the break below and the lower high for the sells. Now let's go into NZDCAD. I literally added NZDCAD to my arsenal because of the $40 challenge account. Let's go into NZDCAD, which I still have to, it's still either a 50-50 because the next trade I still have not taken it. I still have 1 shot into that account, and I literally cannot, I mean, unless I want to freaking shave my head again, but I do not want to do that. So now let's go into NZDCAD. You can see we were previously bearish, but price already failed to break below 0.78, and now it's kind of already flipping back bullish. This looks better on the weekly and the daily. The weekly and the daily, you can see kind of we're trading between these two zones, which is 0.81,500 and 0.83. You can see on the daily we zoom in a little bit better. On the daily we're bullish, consolidating between this zone. So if price can break above 0.83, we could definitely see buys back all the way to 0.86. But if we continue the rejection, like right now it's kind of rejecting below, price could definitely come back all the way back to 0.81,500 again. And we could literally just trade it from zone to zone, or something like this, or we could get the actual break finally, and we could get the buys back up to 0.86. So definitely be on the lookout for NZDCAD. This is what I'm waiting for, honestly. But it's currently bullish. You can see, pause it and read it. H4 bullish consolidation, daily bullish consolidation, weekly bullish, monthly bearish turning bullish. So if we could definitely if price can definitely break these highs, bullish engulf, and create a higher low above, we should be solid for buys. Now, last but not least, UJ. To the music, bro. That's the Native American spirit. Come on, here it is. This shit slaps. UJ. There you go. Pause it and read it. Similar to UCAD. Remember, you always start your analysis from the higher time frames into the lower time frames. So right now we're on the monthly. You can see on the monthly, you can see price failed to break above 160, which if you just zoom out here, you see price failed to break up above this zone once, twice, and well, this is the 3rd time. But it already showed us, it already had a history at this zone before, right? So now I hop into the weekly. I kind of got to sneeze. I don't know if you guys could do that. Kind of fate. Cancel the sneeze. If you could do that, you're cool. I just canceled the sneeze. So you can see, actually this looks better on the monthly still. And I'll just delete these. And then we're about to go right now to the gym too. Boxing gym, by the way. So you can see price failed to break above 160. Tested 140, 500, and we tested it 3 times. And every time you test it, every time you test the zone gets weaker. See? And it looks like we're about to get the 4th test here. So definitely we might get a lower high, and then we might get the break for the continuation. Because the price was really strong, it should have continued to the upside here. Off of this push, right? It should have continued breaking highs here. But it didn't happen. So bears came into the market, sellers came into the market, and literally look, same thing here. Price is failing to break above 148. It's on the weekly already. Now price looks like it's already gonna come test 140, 500. Hop into the daily. Daily we have another little lower high below this previous area of supply and demand. Bearish engulfing candle below it. And on the 4-hour, we do have this double bottom here, so definitely we could have another possible position if price can break below here, give us a lower high, and continue. Oh man, come on. I can't zoom out. All right, there we go. Price continue all the way to 140, 500, and that would be a nice little trade. That would be 300 pips. That would be a solid trade, and you already have multiple confirmations. And let me just test my, look, we're already in south on my indicator. Shut up. So this is literally, so we would just need this, and this position might, oh, this is UJ, so this actually might happen tomorrow. Well, we're actually about to enter Asian session. Remember, it's 3. We're still not even Asian session. We're still in Sydney session. So bearish engulfing candle below, lower high, that would be the keys to the south, 300 pips. That's literally it for this week. Peace and love to anybody watching this. I command you health, wealth, knowledge for you and your entire family. Back to work.